16 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Cowboys and the Dolphins, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are...
Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field and they'll block their team?
Some trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner in MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
There's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's going to get a second and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action, now it's Tua. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Dolphins hit 10-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. He will push his way down to about the 14. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Prescott from the gun. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And this game, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Waddle's first catch, good for a first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards, and they're for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and a yard.
Looking to pass. Tua completes it to the tight end Smythe. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Tua.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. That's That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up, but not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On play action, Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That is caught.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Justin Herbert sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Brian Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. We were certainly well. Who can be the most disciplined team going forward?
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 23. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
The Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's second and 10.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Now Tua. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously, they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cowboy first down.
Prescott to throw it. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Dak's got this one complete to Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
But it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd down, Prescott.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Dak going to keep it on the draw.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Pollard.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now here's Pollard.
And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Prescott to throw on 4th. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Luke Schoonmaker
With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cowboys will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 9. 1:54 on the clock. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Tua.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here's Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Throwing Tua. They'll try it now with Mostert. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And hold on here. We have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Tagovailoa. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Cowboys, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 20.